Good morning, traders. Richard here doing a quick Ichimoku Cloud Chart market update on Bitcoin. In the last update, we were fighting for support, well, Bitcoin was fighting for support in and around this bottom end Cloud Chart support zone. Went long there as that rebound took off. We were quite lucky that we just got in before that big rebound at the Cloud Chart support level. That level coincided well with this front cloud, top end cloud support level, as well as this cluster of support in around this area. So we were a little bit more comfortable in taking that swing trade back up. And then the target was the top end of the cloud, this top end cloud chart resistance zone. Yeah, so currently we're stuck between that. So as long as Bitcoin stays above this bottom end cloud chart level, that's the kind of the line in the sand, the outlook remains bullish. Now, just the front end of the cloud is twisting to the downside, yeah, so we do need to see this green line actually switch to the top. So there is a little bit of a indication that we're not out the woods yet with Bitcoin, because the front end of the clouds made that twist to the downside. So we do need to see this twist to the upside. The front end of the cloud there needs to turn green, basically. So we're not out the woods yet. So still long Bitcoin with my support levels, these levels as the kind of line in the sand level. And then the top end of the cloud here has some key resistance zones. Couldn't get past the 59,000 level. If it breaks past that level, then our resistance targets are these old highs there, 61, and then ultimately that high there at 64.93. So that's kind of the situation where we are. Still long Bitcoin, still bullish on it as long as it stays above the bottom in the cloud. And the catalyst we're looking for is a breakout past that level there. We've had a cloud chart buy signal there. You can see there's a cloud chart cross. So that's very encouraging as long as the blue line's above the brown line there, and that's the standard line, the turning line, and the standard line of the cloud. So far so good on the daily. Now turning to the weekly. Now this is where the risk is, because Bitcoin is now so far extended from the top end of the cloud here. You can see just purely looking at the surface area between the price and the cloud. Now, support levels to watch out for is this front cloud level. Yeah, that's a key support level. 48,000 is a, let's say, Q1 or Q2, Q3 support zone, and that is a major rebound zone. Also, that's the downside risk zone. So be aware in the back of your mind that we are a bit extended on the weekly. It's forming an entire new base. So it's either going to break out of that base for upward continuation pattern. So we can predict this move on top of that one, provided it breaks out, and then it has to break past these old high resistance zones on high volume. So that's the risk, as we're a little bit moving higher on a little bit of low volume. So that highlights some of the risk. If we look at the 4-hour chart, that loads, takes a second. There we go. So far, so good. Here's that buy we did at the bottom in the cloud. So nice little rebound, broke through cloud chart resistance. This cloud level is a key support zone to watch, and you can see that every time it gets down to the bottom in the cloud, we have a nice little rebound there. So the line in the sand on the 4-hour chart, if you're a little bit more shorter term, is that 56 to 57 zone. As long as it stays above that level, we should be doing okay. Price action above the cloud is bullish from an Ichimoku cloud chart perspective, and price action below the cloud is bearish. But so far, so good for Bitcoin. We had a fantastic rebound on the back of that cloud chart rebound at the bottom end of the cloud, and that was a fantastic entry signal. These are often support zones to swing trade these pullbacks in crypto. Until next